to uplifting, but they're all perverted.
It gives me continuous ant haul.
Oh, I just have a pair of Mubac cords for that.
Yes, but this way it doesn't take up a body slot.
Yeah, I'm actually not using as many slots as I thought I would on this character. Varg used like every slot ever. Me, not so much.
Okay, so we've been preparing in a pocket dimension.
More or less.
Yes. For the
I have
past
so much
couple
ammo.
weeks. For the past couple weeks, you have been in this in this pocket dimension, deep inside the university at Kettler. And yes, it's been mostly to a certain extent idle. Occasionally, their messengers have been sent out into the real world, only to end up coming back 4 or 5 days later, only to be coming in the door out of breath as if they ran somewhere and then ran immediately back. Usually with some confused artisan of some kind in tow. We need you to improve this magic item. We need extra research material. Tell us everything you know, type stuff.
Hey, I need the entire Craftsman Guild of like three different cities to just sit down and make gunpowder for a while.
And you guys begin getting the impression and eventually the explicit explanation that I gave on the forum here. Let me pull it back open for the sake of those listening in.
Is it the "you guys probably aren't going to come back" one? Because we've heard that one before.
Yeah, that's like a constant and an at-will piece of exposition.
I thought that was a mission statement.
Your taskmasters grudgingly admit that they do not yet know themselves precisely where they will be sending you, but once you do, you'll have at least a full day here time to prepare before they're ready to send you. You should expect that the Boneyard, Pharasma's personal domain, to be among the places you may have to go to, and the means by which they're slinging you out to the outer planes does involve a brief, shouldn't be more than 2, maybe 3 minute detour through the elemental plane of air.
Is it the kind of air you can breathe? Says Gorazin.
Last time they checked, yes.
Deep sigh, looks at the wizard, or where the wizard probably is, floating, tiny.
You mean the dotted lines in the air where the wizard was a minute ago, because then he scurried off to do things?
Probably. And I look at the other wizard. Yeah, I know you're a summoner, but like Gorazin can tell.
I should be able to handle it.
I can breathe in water. Can't breathe in poison.
If it was poison, it'd be called the plane of poison.
He just said it was last time they checked it was the kind of air they can breathe, and that's code for I don't know. Because last time they checked was never. Gonna say never.
The wizard passes by the room again just to interject through the door. Actually, we sent a research team there just a couple weeks ago.
Did they come back?
5 out of 6.
Uh-huh.
They
proven.
They had to come back suddenly because of a small problem with dragons, not with, breathing.
That doesn't count for
handle
me as much as it should.
All the air turned to dragons. They couldn't find them.
We've killed dragons before.
Well, if the air is made of dragons.
Well, so long as the water isn't.
Well,
yeah, that sucked.
I'm sure
I
we
drank
can
a
figure it out.
dragon. It was great.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He's serious. That happened.
Yeah, Aaliyah drank a dragon when we were on the elemental plane of poison.
Yeah, there was.
Great.
It was a puddle
Acid.
of water. It turned out to be a dragon. What? We're stupid. What do you want from us? We do stupid shit.
Stop being stupid.
Good luck with that one. You're
But
in the same boat we are. You do the exact stupid crap.
Actually, Lindahl hasn't done shit like that. So.
Yet. Give it time. Oh wait, yes he has. He killed an old man for no reason and then got himself killed by another person because he decided to go sneaking off on his own. You have done the same stupid shit.
That's not being stupid.
What happened with Aaliyah did it?
It's all just water under the bridge that's burning down. We'll burn that bridge when we come to it.
The magic people can prepare. I don't have magic, so I'm going to sit here polishing my gun.
I haven't tried to infiltrate a place as a salesman yet.
No, only as a mass
only
murderer.
Through force of will.
Well, if we're going to be here for a bit, I'm
day.
going to...
Most of this intervening time is taken up by you guys shopping for your equipment and getting it made in some way. So there isn't
book and some gloves.
too much time to fill. Maybe a couple days of completely discretionary personal time.
I have a bit of a question for Shinolair, though. How well is she staying hidden through this, or has it made it obvious that they don't care?
You have seen at least 2 drow researchers here while you've been here.
All
drow.
That almost has problems of its own.
They don't seem to have taken notice of you. They're in university clothing as well, like most of the other researchers.
And she's probably gonna not bother with a disguise while she's in here, if they really don't care.
And I don't think anyone on the other outer planes are going to care either. Unless you hit the dwarven realm.
There is no elemental plane of dwarves.
Prove me wrong, I bet anything there is.
There is an afterlife for them, but no.
There is so a plane of dwarfdom. It's called the plane of Earth.
I don't think there's actually dwarves there.
You know, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know Pathfinder well enough.
I'm sure there might be a colony or something, but I don't think they're a huge thing there.
Are dwarves like ants?
More like moles.
Dwarf colony.
Well, they're pretty much human ants. They live in giant ant hills underground.
So, okay, mole rats then isn't probably. Well, mole rats have a queen, so maybe not.
Yeah, and dwarves can have a queen.
No, I mean like.
Yeah, it just looks the same as the male dwarves. So.
Funny.
You find the dwarven leader, and you're not sure if it's a king or a queen.
You'd be sure.
Unless you're playing
The
Dragon
beard
Age.
sticks out like an extra 3 inches. Let's just say that.
Unless you're playing Dragon
Not
Age.
touching that one.
Yes, anyway.
I got nothing to do. I'm a fucking
Yep,
melee.
Geralzin is polishing his weapon.
Yeah, should have
Shinolar
privately.
is...
Woo!
My prep is give me this, this, and this. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, so just the day before we ship out, I'm going to refresh my polymorph Annie on myself.
Okay.
Oh, it basically cost me nothing but a pair of heat stones. They're like...
Fulton will have buffs he wants to put on himself right before they actually go through whatever planar travel they're sending them through, but
Okay.
besides that...
Yeah, I will let you figure that out when we get to the last moment. Is there anything else, though, that Fulton wants to do during the interim?
Besides, the whole process of leveling and having gotten gear and stuff, not really, no.
Okay. Just the normal routine daily prayers.
Yes.
Nothing special.
Oh, God, I had a thing I wanted to do in C. Hold on, I'll wait till everyone else is done.
Reading the Trials of the Inheritor again.
Okay. Garazin,
He could
go ahead. Quick.
probably recite that by now, but he's reading it anyway.
I would like to send a letter to my family.
You may write a letter to your family.
Mostly explaining all the things I did do, that I said I didn't do, that I totally did, but I was a kid or young, so what do you expect? I will probably return, more or less explaining out that I'm going to a different plane of existence, and, well, you know how that is. If I come back, I might be evil, or Cthulhu, or whatever. And more or less just wishing them well, and hoping I return, and if I do return, the first thing I'm going to do is pay them a visit. Assuming I return in good health, mental and physical. If I do not, but they have my body and my stuff, I would like my gun on a mantelpiece somewhere over possibly the Dwarven Kings, because it's A, valuable, B, deadly as hell, so, you know, emergency weapon. Everything else can be sold and donated to, well, probably the Dwarven Temples, because they're going to need it after that whole dragon thing.
Can Chinolair send a bomb to her family?
Roll calligraphy?
Alright, there you go. There's, unless you want to roll calligraphy yourself, there's Skullhat.
Honestly, there's no way I could word that better. Yeah, let's go with that.
Alrighty.
But just add a PPS, likely on plane of air / Pharasma's domain. No, I'm not dead.
Gotcha.
Possibly not dead.
Possibly. Yeah, possibly not dead.
Also, no, there is no mail service between here and the Underdark.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. He's making shit up.
Yep. Alrighty.
My father thinks I've been traveling the southern continent for the past 6 years or so.
You do realize we're becoming semi-famous, and your name might be passed around, and he might put like 2 and 2 together eventually, depending on his int score.
That depends if he knows what name he's carrying around.
That's a good point.
That has been a blind point.
Yeah, I change identities every year or so.
Don't they here know you as Lindahl of Knight's Reach, though? Like around here in college?
Yeah, but that's not my actual name.
Oh, alright, fair enough.
Unless it's a double bluff.
Double bluff.
My character's had at least 5 separate names since he started adventuring around as a wizard, and you have only seen 2 of them.
My actual name is Knight's Reach of Lindahl. Haha!
Ah!
I've quadruple bluffed you.
My actual name is Troy Solaric, so, mystery ruined.
Ah.
Well, it's not like we'd ever have found out unless it came up, so...
It probably won't ever come up in character.
Yeah, like you don't care about your family, and when you die, you just come back, so it's not like we have to worry about it.
One morning, after about what is normally the breakfast hour in this weird place, the only means of telling time is a single sort of changing, evolving sun-moon mural on the roof of one of the rooms that shows what time it currently is outside.
I demand a breakfast of bacon and dwarven cigars.
Someone summons for you a breakfast of bacon, and they don't know where dwarven cigars live, so they can't summon any for you.
I curse the entire elven kingdom for its lack of good taste in smokes.
I need smokes and vodka, please.
Oh well, there's no way they make good alcohol around here, so I'll just live with the bacon.
When an alarm begins loudly ringing through the halls of this small space, well, I say small. It's about the size of a small library. The whole complex in this plane, but it's still not that big. Couldn't house more than 100 people without them having to, sleep elbow to elbow.
Alright. I get up from a chair.
Researchers are rushing around in a panicked manner.
Peek around, like, what the heck's going on?
After a few moments, you notice that the confusion seems to be directed. Everyone is running towards one of the rooms at what is, by convention only, called the North, the North Conference Chamber.
Pistol in.
Follow the panic.
Pistol in the holster, musket over the shoulder, big gun out. Kiss the lucky hammer for extra luck. I'm ready.
Ride Fulton into battle as normal.
Yep.
You could be under his helmet in the meat tray.
Fun fact, one of the Eidolon advancements I give my summons is mount. So we can ride them.
Oh, I could ride around on your mount.
So we have Lindahl on Alakarak, who is riding Fulton. We officially have gone full stupid.
I can also put him on a Tyrannosaurus.
Yes.
Sure, fuck it. You know what? Let's mount that on an even bigger shark.
Barring the actual impossibility of the fact, she could put him out to one of the angels she summons.
Oh,
They just love it. No, they have to actually be out.
Oh, I want to ride around on an angel.
They have to be serpentine or four-legged.
Yeah.
Right, someone an angel that's serpentine.
Yeah, Fulton riding piggyback on an angel with this whole ensemble on top of his head.
Charge!
Anyways,
The enemies just take one look at that and go, no.
you guys file into the North Conference Room, which is arranged in sort of sloped
first.
stadium seating with a big sort of presentation floor, sort of spell altar at the front bottom of it.
Alright, hurry up. We need to get the good seats where they're all taken.
Oh, nobody's sitting down, but you force your way through the crowd, and you see that there is a large black gem about the size of a human head that is sitting on a pedestal down there, and 3 very concerned researchers standing near it, and a pair of smoking boots much closer to it. Nothing beside remains, so to speak. One of the researchers who is still standing comes around the altar when he notices you guys. Good news, bad news.
Let's have the bad news first.
The bad news is you have to leave now.
Alright.
The good news is the travel stone is finished. And it's going with or without you.
Oh, well, alright, file in. Did that
Fantastic.
feller, did they require human sacrifice, or are we all just gonna turn into boots? Because I need my boots.
We don't know what happened to him.
That's comforting.
We shall have due mourning for him when as soon as we have time. But that stone is leaving in...
I'm going.
He looks at the hairs on his wrist. 27 seconds from now.
Yeah, no, I'm going. Move.
Everyone touch the stone.
Did we touch the stone or just stand near the stone?
Everyone has to have some appendage touching it. That's all. And
Hands, please.
It is... It is...
Ruin my joke. And it is.
It is on its way. We don't know precisely where. It's actually on a homing signal. We wanted to send you first to where the egg could be really... Oh shit, where's the egg? Someone get the egg!
We have 7 seconds, fuckers. And I say, casually, hand on it.
Some researcher at the back of the room suddenly throws the egg in the air.
Oh shit! I'll try and catch it. I have the best decks.
It is about the size of a football by now.
It's my dex check to catch it.
You leap gracefully through the air and land on your face. Anyone else?
While touching this stone, I'll go ahead and put Eagle Soul on myself.
I sprint over with the football. I have flashbacks of fucking Blood Bowl.
Garazin just ate dirt while trying to catch it. Anyone else want to try?
Did he really?
Yep.
Oh
Didn't
god.
catch it? Shit.
Who else has
I
a dex
missed the
check?
football. Do we know about how much it weighs?
No
The size
idea.
of a football, so I'll go from there. And it was heavier than it should have been. I'll point that out.
Then I probably can't left it. My push drag is 18. I'm
Well,
I'm
shit,
fine.
Fulton will
Alright.
try and catch it, but he is not dexterous like Garazin is.
Yeah,
Go
that was
for
the
it.
best chance you guys had, and apparently, yeah.
See?
Fulton trips over Garazin.
Damn it!
Fine. Oh god.
Ah!
This is a
Shitline
horrible
trips over
idea.
Fulton.
Oh, correct! Just mouse-loving bird thing, catch
How
it!
could it possibly?
I don't
It
care!
could try.
Try it.
Doesn't it have tiny hands?
Oh god.
You said it had tiny hands!
Alakarak wraps around it and manages to start flapping madly and settles it gently to the ground.
Get it on the fucking stone.
Get on the fucking stupid pile for the stone. The entirety of everyone watching just gapes in horror at what's happening.
That's good. I was gonna cast Featherball on it.
That's probably a bad idea.
Yeah, probably, but that's the funny part.
You all still scrabbling on the floor, just dogpiled the travel gem. There's a soft pulse in the air as you guys disappear from the floor. All of the researchers stare, take a collective sigh of relief, and start milling about back to their duties.
Just before we go, Gore's inside and something along the lines of, "Yeah, this is exactly how I wanted to be seen leaving from my heroic adventure."
Sounds
Extreme
perfect.
sarcasm.
This is where you can learn that how a drow blushes.
Turns out it's purple.
But is it a bright purple or a dark purple?
Dark.
Oh my god.
Ah! We existed, then we ceased to.
No.
Hey, we've been here before. This is the plane of nothingness.
No,
I hate
thought
this
that was,
plane.
I thought that was the purple place we go to.
Yeah, purple is the plane of nothingness. This is the plane of other nothingness.
Oh, this
There
is that
could be
boy
different
from the
flavors.
movie Nothing.
Billy's
There's
a
a
big
plane
Becca
of
over there.
cream cheese topping.
Yay, one other person has seen Nothing.
You all scramble for the obsidian black travel gem, place your hands upon it, and you get the impression just momentarily that it turns a brilliant white just before everything goes dark. And then as your senses begin to come together, you feel almost like you're floating outside your body as your consciousness rushes towards something. And then you quite literally see a dot emerge in the distance. It is the backs of your own bodies, and your consciousness rushes into it through your own heads, and you come back to your senses. There is a sound of rushing air all around you, and condensation splashes against your face every few seconds. You can see nothing in this vast whiteness except yourself.
I make absolutely sure I'm in the right body, beard and all.
You feel up your beard, and it appears to be intact.
Good. Weapons?
They are still strapped to you.
Yeah, gear check.
Everyone seems to have everything they had on them when they came through, except each other.
Who has the god football?
Hlosterin had it, so I'd assume that's with Sheena
That's
Lair.
the other thing. Can Sheena feel Lockrock?
You look about, mentally reach out for him, and he pokes his head out from underneath your cloak.
Okay.
Does he have the football of destiny?
Yeah, that's the next question.
He has the egg, which is now back down to chicken egg sized, and he's wrapped his own tail around your belt, Shinalar, in order to hold on to you.
Okay.
Okay, so...
That's the knowledge planes I just threw out.
Just from the fact that there's nothing to be seen anywhere except the wind that brushes past you and the chilling cold, which is actually starting to bite into you, you'd bet that this is the plane of air. If it isn't, you're just really high up off the ground in some demiplane related to it. Both
She
of you know
rules.
this.
Okay, cool.
Okay, I'm gonna keep my eyes out for invisible stalkers then.
I am falling, and I'm consistently falling, so I take a position of nonchalant relaxation and just fall.
Okay.
So we
Because
are
what the fuck
falling.
else am I gonna do? I'm falling
are.
casual.
Or at least, if you aren't falling, you're not standing on ground and wind is rushing past you.
Well, might as well take the time to buff myself.
This
Yeah,
is no
it's
time to
full.
shine your armor.
Do you want me to do that on loot and inventory?
I'll make you visible here for the moment.
I mean, I'd fire off a flare, but I have a feeling that'd be completely useless, so... It's magic. Magic shit I don't fuck with.
Now, if only I knew where on Earth the token was.
Open the map explorer under window and you'll find a list of all tokens on the map.
Or
Of
to
which
zoom
you
out
should do
really, really
only one
far
search
and
result.
like drag select everything ever, and you'll hit yourself.
There we go, I got it. Okay, spell manager. Well, assuming that we're just falling for what seems like forever right now. What long-term buffs would Fulton put on himself? Let's see. Pull out his Rod of Extend spell.
Mm-hmm.
And Eagle Soul will be a first thing.
Altered Breaths.
Double duration Eagle Soul, Roger.
Which is already an hour per level, so...
Eagle Soul for days.
What else do I have at hours per level?
As all of you have quite respectable int values when you're not cursed.
Mine's a 10 when I'm not cursed.
Yep, respectable. This party has had people wandering around with ints of 3.
Fair.
Shut the actual hell up.
And then a bee beat them at chess.
Shut up. A natural hyper bee beat me at chess. Thank you very much.
True. You guys begin to realize that, Ephraim didn't mention how long you would have between transits.
You probably didn't fucking know.
Would be surprised if you didn't know.
And even if we did know, not like we can tell time here, and we can't move around nor find each other, so depending on how long it is, I might strike up a smoke.
Oh no, this whole place is made of oxygen, don't.
Yeah.
God.
And that's
Well-
how Gorzen destroyed the plane of air.
We know where Garazan is when we see the giant expanding fireball.
And now he will become one with us. Dead. And then a voice in a dark tone says, "And that was the second time I died," says Lindahl in a bar, depressingly.
Yeah, the third time was because I contracted an STD with a prostitute.
That one sucked slightly less.
Alright,
the expanding
let's say
fireball
that's
of
the only
idiocy.
buff Fulton is currently casting on himself, because everything else is minutes per level and should be cast in situations.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably pull out my compass and find a very interesting insight into how reality works, but I don't want to test my wisdom score that badly, so I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I was looking through that evil book in the day we were in the place.
You were reading from it?
Yep, just assume I'm doing that every day.
Right, in that case you may have actually... Let me pull up my notes for that.
Ah, good, you've been cursed.
Oh, I expect to be at some point, but I want to know what it does.
I have Bestow Curse if you want to get that out of the way.
It's either going to be very amazing or very awful, but I sort of want to get it done.
You have it so Fulton can curse himself again?
No.
Yes.
Besides, this isn't greater to Bestow Curse. This is the one they can get rid of with just a Dispel Magic.
So it's not the hard stuff.
I curse you to constantly be drunk.
That's a curse?
It's a curse of dwarfism.
Ah.
Fuck you.
Racist.
Well, the dwarf is racist, so yeah.
Yeah, fuck you.
Let's see here.
I've treated you exactly like I've treated everyone else.
I was really talking about racist towards me.
Okay, I
Yeah.
haven't treated the drow any different than I treat any other drow.
It's sort of amusing.
That is deliberate irony.
Right.
It's sort of amusing that the evil character is the one who doesn't harbor racial prejudice.
I'm a dwarf.
Hey, the
There's
law
only so much you can escape.
technically she does, but that's only against the people that have deserved it so far.
Same with me. Drows are dicks.
Uh-huh. Where is the...
Apparently, Ferengis have giant necks.
Oh god. Not that again.
I only just heard that rumor. That's funny.
Oh wait, did I lose that in the... Oh, got only 2 more spots to check for this, but otherwise I think I may have actually lost my notes on the status of that thing when I had to reformat a couple months ago.
Oh no.
It's either really good for us or really bad for us.
Lyndall, what's your will save?
Ha, there we go.
Oh, he's had me do that every time I read from it. Right now, my will is at plus 21.
There is a 40% chance per day that it is better that it simply be lost for the ages. Where did that damn book go?
I'm hoping it turns me into a dragon. Yeah, I'm a dark scholar. Reading dangerous books is my thing.
Until one day it isn't your thing, because you're not a thing.
The worst that can happen is I die, and then I'm just out for a month.
Which is, really comforting to all of us who, if we die, we're just kind of dead. Because, one of us isn't magical, and the other 2 have to be the ones to do the reviving themselves.
I don't know, we can take money off of their bodies and get a true resurrection done.
You won't be there, and we'll be dead.
Right,
Yes,
it is possible you've been studying it for long enough to recognize what it truly is and what benefits it may be able to give you, but I will have to get back to you on what that is.
Okay, that's fine. We'll just continue for now. As long as my mind hasn't been destroyed by it yet.
If it has, don't worry. If I remember right, it cannot immediately affect you.
Okay, so we'll just worry about the ramifications of that next time.
Yep. Alright. So, you guys are falling through empty white void.
Yes. Hopefully not for eternity.
Eternity could pass and you wouldn't realize it, right?
You can all begin to notice that it is actually definitely getting colder and maybe a little darker as the wind rushes past you.
Alright, I get out my clamps. I activate a heat stone, and I hold it via the clamps to both provide light and warmth as necessary.
Okay. You have lit a campfire in front of you.
Yep. And I resume my nonchalant pose.
Alrighty.
Okay, well, I guess I'll use a wand of endure ailments on myself.
Alrighty.
Well, I could try and prepare spells in mid-falling to get myself into elements.
Yeah, it might be a concentration check. You are falling. Just saying. Maybe. I just don't know. Mostly because we could be falling at, ridiculous speeds and not really notice. To a point.
Yeah. What do you think? Could Fulton try to prepare a spell?
You can try. You might as well find it if you can.
He could. The winds aren't perfectly steady. They do buffet you. But you know, you're pretty good at entering a nice quiet trance. You could probably do so well enough to re-prepare a spell.
I have empty spell slots that I just fill one with Endure Elements and then cast it.
Alrighty. And
Which
cast one of the empties.
Is a first level spell, so yeah, that's easy.
You feel a little better able to resist the cold.
Hurrah!
Has anyone seen my campfire in space? I don't know where I am.
You do keep getting sheets of condensation on you, as though you were falling through a thick fog, or maybe atop a mountain that had clouds blowing past.
Kind of happy I'm in my cold weather outfit with furs on.
Mm-hmm.
That kind of weather.
I thought I had something for that, but I apparently don't. I guess I just live with the cold. If it starts getting too cold, I'll pull out my blanket.
I have bad news for you. You burned that.
I bought a new one. What am I buying?
Yes.
Fair enough. I'm like, yeah, I have bad news.
I'm going
The
to
bedroll
assume
has been used.
I'm going to assume that none of the others are within 30 feet of me because I do have Deathwatch eyes.
Nope.
The heatstone gives off light like a campfire, so depending on like the level of light around here and distances and so on, I don't know if they can see that.
I will let you know if they do.
Okay.
Besides that, I don't think I have anything that would help me detect people, so it's just falling.
Hooray for more falling.
You continue to fall through the empty whiteness, and it begins to get darker and darker. And then you notice that you begin to be able to make out the sort of puffiness of clouds in the direction that the wind is coming from. If only because
Shit, we're getting too close to the ground. We're gonna go squish, aren't we?
If only because they're getting darker. And then suddenly you burst through the last layer of clouds and you find yourself in this pitch black, endless sky with a horizon of white clouds now disappearing behind you. And it is frigid. Everybody, please make a fort save, and I will make your tokens visible so that you can do that. Yes, you have a heat stone, which will make the DC easier.
No, fuck that. I'm tucking that in my shirt.
Okay. I'll give you an extra +1 for that.
I shouldn't even have to take it. It's fucking a heat stone. I should be fine. I don't care how cold it is. Unless it's absolute 0. And fort save. Where'd I put it? There it is.
Alakarok has to make one too,
What
but
the hell are the
Alakarok
odds
can
of this?
use... Alakarok does too, but he can use the better of your save or his.
Alakarok should have rolled a 27 too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been very suitable.
Also impossible.
Also impossible.
That would have made it even more amazing.
Exactly. We're all exactly as warm as each other. We are one.
The one
Just
for
waiting on
friendship,
11.
right?
Waiting on... there we go.
Sorry, that's actually at 15.
Okay.
You ruined it. You're supposed to be 27. You're not a friend.
You all... Your Endure elements variously help, but it is bitterly cold out here and just getting colder.
And that's why I purchased more than one. Another heat stone.
On the other hand, you notice that it is not actually a completely empty blackness. As your eyes begin to adjust, you can see stars all around you,
We're in space, you fuck.
including, with one exception, you three notice that all of the stars are this clean, pristine, unsparkling white, except one. There's a red one. Horizon, you happily see a whole sky of white stars and your heat stone in front of you, keeping you warm.
Yeah, I'm lighting up another one. Fuck this cold.
You light up another one and stuff it in your beard.
Yep. They can't catch things on fire. They're weird like that. Fuck this cold. Seriously.
Despite your heat stones, frost is beginning to form at the edges of your clothing.
Okay, no. I have lots of these. I'm not dumb. I have like 10. I'm gonna make a cocoon of these if I have to.
Just give it a second.
Okay.
Seeing if I can determine the nature of that red star.
You look at it, and it's actually, just oscillating just a little bit. You don't think it's a star, you think it's closer.
I am going to fly towards it.
Let's see here. Yes, you put overland flight on yourself. You begin guiding yourself across in that direction. Fulton, Shinolar.
Fulton is debating on whether he trusts the people who made the thing enough to just let it do what it's doing.
You already pressed the go button. If you didn't trust them, it's a bit late.
Well,
Yeah, he'll be looking at the red star because a red star is a bit unusual.
mm-hmm. You can roll out perception or a. There is no knowledge astrology, but a knowledge planes might do.
Swear to God, if we run into the other party fighting Lavos, I'm gonna shake my own hand. And have the gun team of doom.
Yeah, Shinolar's gonna try casting overland flight.
Best I've got is a perception to roll.
You too notice that little red dot, it's kind of moved. There's a bit of a parallax. You think it's closer than the rest of the stars. Like, significantly. Lindal. As you get closer to this red star, you notice that it seems to be Garazan, holding a heat stone in front of him and with layers of ice forming on the back of his cloak.
Well, I'm going to fly towards him, continuing to wrap myself in my blanket.
Mm-hmm.
I have a potion to fly. I'll just drink one of those.
That's for concentration if necessary, and...
Alright.
I see
Not
a tiny
necessary here.
Lindal perch on my heat stone and go, fucking cheater.
He's an invisible stalker.
Oh, okay, never mind. I don't see anything. I just go for fucking it cold.
Yeah, me and all of my equipment are still tiny and invisible.
Probably like hugging my heat stone.
So I bought two potions of fly. I'll drink one and start moving towards it.
Sure.
Yep, flying over.
Everybody roll me another fort, please.
And I have fixed that.
I cannot roll well. Oh well.
Alok Rock like 7.
Yeah, he does.
It's a lucky number.
Not for him.
Shinolar, you begin guiding yourself over that way, but you are shivering. Consider yourself fatigued until further notice.
Roger.
I'm presuming the others make it to me.
After a few minutes, yes, they begin closing in on you, and you can just make them out against the darkness. It is dark here, but you can easily see each other's silhouettes against the ball of white that is now beginning to discern itself. It's no longer a horizon, but a giant sphere of whiteness below you.
Are my heat stones giving off light like they should be, or?
Yes.
Well, obviously they are, but we can't see by it.
It's not that bright.
Well, once they're here, I'd greet them and pass out heat stones and say, stuff them in your shirt.
You all...
Fulton?
Yeah, once she's close, she's taking care of this.
Fulton's my BFF.
I'm sure that'll work out wonderfully in the end.
It's actually amazing
How
how
are you
well they
taking
and
care
him
of
get
this,
along.
then?
Sorry, repeat that, Garazan?
How are you taking... to she, how are you taking care of this?
I'm assuming she's close enough at this point.
Yeah, you can huddle up in proximity to each other.
And my heat stone.
Fun fact, by the way, I keep forgetting that I have a spectral shroud. I can see Lindal.
Perfect.
Actually, does see invisibility work in invisible stalkers?
Yeah, you just can't purge their invisibility.
Okay, yeah.
They're just...
What does an invisible stalker look like?
Ugly, if I remember correctly.
At a 3.5, if I'm remembering right, they look like three-legged stump monsters.
Enjoy.
Oh, cool. Alright.
You cast Planar Adaptation, and all of you begin feeling much better about the cold. You still feel it, but it doesn't bother you anymore.
And that will last for 19 hours.
Although it only applies to this plane for that casting.
Yes.
Guess we're less cold now.
Well, you're not less cold, but it certainly doesn't feel like an inconvenience. You know, this building up of ice on the windward side of you it only slows you down. It doesn't hurt or really pose any problem for you.
Fulton will adopt a sitting posture while falling.
Kick my legs up, lean back, wonder whether or not I can smoke in this.
The wind keeps putting it out.
Fucking wind. Any want to play cards? I brought some.
Why do the feeling they'd be blown off our hands?
I never said we'd shuffle the deck, we just pass the cards around and play a game of Go Fish or something. Nah, that requires us to put the cards down.
If you want to keep your cards, I don't think you should take them out.
100 million years later, some air elementals are playing 52 pickup. Sacred artifacts of the realm. 52 of them fell from the sky one day, and whoever gathers them all will rule.
No, stop tempting me. I got it.
I don't suppose any of you have seen the travel gem.
Wikipedia had an article on it.
No. I haven't seen the travel gem.
So you're a puff cloud. I must be thinking of a different invisible creature then. Alright then. I don't think I do. I checked to see if I have the travel gem.
Well, it was a head-sized obsidian gem.
Did it fall?
It definitely isn't among your persons.
Wow, I haven't
falling
seen
right
it.
now?
We're probably never going to see it again.
If it's falling right now somewhere near us, that might not be good.
Considering you a lot moved, aye.
Well, you guys, once you realized that was Garazan, you realized that you were all within about maybe 500-600 feet of each other.
Alright, I got a plan. We can actually spread out and still find each other in this. Here's a heat stone for each of you. That'll make you all glow. That's how you found me, right? The glow. Keep your eye on the other folks' glow and simply return to each other after a bit of searching. I'll stay here as a center point.
I'll glance at Chinolair and Lindal, assuming that he's here.
Yeah, that won't work for me because anything I carry becomes invisible too.
Well, then you get to sit with me and do nothing. I need to stay here as a center point so we know where we're starting from. If I move, we don't know where the center of where it could be, like our starting points.
Lindal could still search and then return if he finds it.
Yeah, you could still search. We don't have to know where you are, even though that would be useful.
Chinolair, Lindal, detect magic.
Don't.
I
No.
have this thing
Elemental
on me.
plane. I'm worried.
No. Well, that would help us find the egg if we're missing it, but
You don't think
Do
the-
we have the
I
egg?
have the egg.
Alright.
You don't think that would help us find the stone?
remember how bad an idea detecting magic anywhere near that egg is.
There's
Near
that
the
too.
egg. I assume
Yeah,
the
if you
egg
look
under
anywhere
wraps.
near the egg while you're doing it. Actually, give me the egg. I'll turn around. Everyone look in the direction is in the egg when detecting magic. That should do it.
Yeah, just form a circle around Garazan facing outwards.
Yes.
Well, I have arcane sight paired, but if it's not within like 120 feet, that's not helpful.
Well, let's get the egg in my possession and not look at me while you go find the bloody thing. Like I said, I have to stay here for the sake of knowing where a point is, like a lighthouse.
All right,
Sounds fine to me.
let's pass it over.
Alright, I'll take the egg, I'll tuck it somewhere safe. Here's a heat stone for both of you in case you feel lost or get trapped or something, so we can find you. Now start looking.
Turning away from Gorazin and heading back in the direction Fulton came from as best he can tell.
And just keep using detect magic to, like, locate it, I suppose.
How much does a heat stone weigh?
Like a pound, maybe.
Under a pound. It's
It's about fist-sized.
yeah.
How much light does that get off?
Well,
That's just a
It
campfire.
says a campfire.
Okay.
It's basically
So it is
equal by a
better than my
campfire.
light spell.
It's just that in this form, a light load is 1 pound.
So there's your whole load, here you go.
Well,
So I'm going to.
He doesn't need the well. He
But
only
we're
needs
using
a
them
stone
like
for
flares.
once.
Basically, if you get stuck, you use one so we can find
He
you.
doesn't need one, though.
He could get stuck.
We won't
No,
see it.
Oh, good point.
He would
Well, I
only
can
need
just
it
drop
for
it
once.
beside me.
All right, you guys spread out.
And I stay where I am.
Could I get a perception check from the searchers?
I wonder what would happen if I ate the egg.
How about you don't try that?
Would it taste like death? I mean, it's
It
probably
wouldn't taste like anything. You just stop existing.
Hey, you don't know that. I could
Even
become
the
the
best,
egg.
even the best case scenario, you're gonna have to lay the egg later.
I guess that is the problem.
Alrighty.
What if I shot the egg at someone? Like it's a bullet and I hit them with it.
Lindahl, you see a flicker of energy just on the corner of your sight, and you notice something glowing with energies just at the edge of the range of your vision.
Well, I'd better go grab it.
You drift over and find the transport stone, almost impossible to see against the blackness of this night.
How big is this thing?
It is the size of a human head. And as you bump up against it, feels like it weighs maybe 5 pounds.
Well, my push drag is 18.75, so I'm just gonna push it back to Gorazin.
Hooray, another heat stone. I'm more warm now.
Not a heat stone. Unless you mean the one that Lindahl was not carrying.
I was referring to those. What'd you give me?
The transit stone.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
I have
I-
this now.
A
What do
black
I do
gem
with it?
A black gem drifts out of the darkness and bumps into your chest.
I grab it. Wonder how cursed I am. Wonder what would happen if I ran the egg and the gem together a couple times. Figure that's a
I found
stupid
the
idea.
gem.
Oh, that's what this is.
Says a voice in the darkness. After a few minutes, the other two come wandering back to see that Gorazin has the gem.
Yeah, Lindahl found it. Now what?
We should probably all be touching it at all times.
All right. I offer
I
it to
see.
everyone.
I stand on it.
Looking at the gem, when you look at it from any direction, it seems like there's this faint white ring that's slowly contracting towards the center of it, and it's about 3/4 of the way to the center.
Yeah, I have a feeling that's a timer. Hold on to it.
Okay, just keep holding. Actually, you know what? I'm lashing this to my hand. Sick and tired of us losing this thing.
Lost it once.
And I'm lashing it to my hand via rope. So, nothing complicated, just simple.
And then your arm comes off when we travel.
It didn't come
Really
off the
good.
last time we were all grasping it. It won't come off this time.
It didn't
That
come off
works.
last time because you weren't attached to the thing that became
At
separated
worst,
from
the
us.
rope breaks.
Roll me a survival check in order to properly, basketify a spherical object.
Well, I couldn't have rolled worse. But natural ones don't mean anything for skills. Yay.
Alrighty.
Even when I roll shit, I know how to make a knot. I mean, it's probably a terrible knot for me, but compared to everyone else, damn good knot.
Okay. And you also have the egg?
Yes.
Okay.
I've stored that.
Yes, where precisely are you keeping that?
I'm not going to keep it in extra dimensional space because that's asking for fucking trouble. I'm going to keep it in my mundane, one of the many mundane pouches I have for things like ammo that isn't the primary ammo and things. One of the empty ones. I have 3, 2 of them I'm using for other ammos, bigger quotes, and this is the empty one. So it's in the empty pouch.
Okay. In unrelated news, you take the ladder and put it safely in your pants.
I may need the ladder.
Goes good next to that, the rubber chicken that's also a pulley.
I'm missing a reference and I feel sad.
Just classic point-and-click adventure game logic. Everything you pick up goes straight in the pants.
I remember that.
Or James Bond 007, where everything's apparently in your watch.
There was a couple games that actually kind of explained where your shit went, though. A couple, not many. But...
I can hold 2 rocket launchers in my pocket.
That's nothing. I can hold a BFG, a rocket launcher, 2 different types of shotgun, a heavy machine gun, a minigun.
Yeah, at least a Space Marine probably has bandoliers to mount half of that shot on, but not
he
the
wouldn't
other
be
half.
able to move, I don't care how strong he is.
Yeah, I know. Like I said, not the other half.
I always assumed James Bond was a wizard.
I always assumed Q was the wizard, and James Bond was just the guy that Q did the stuff to, because Q didn't want to get himself killed. Because I may be a wizard, but bullets still hurt.
So that Q also has supernatural powers?
Yes, all the Qs do.
Anyways, as the ring inside the transit gem contracts to a point, the point begins growing outwards rather quickly. Looks like it takes about half a minute to grow to fill the whole gem with whiteness. And I imagine you all brace for the next transit.
More or less. And I hope the ropes hold. If they tell me how to go play find the what's it called? Scavenger hunt. That's it. I gotta go scavenger hunt for this fucking thing again, and I hate that.
Go and find Garazen's arm.
Shut up. I'll
Yeah,
grow
no
a
one
new
wants
one.
to find his arm.
I'll grow a new one through stubbornness.
I mean, I do have regenerate.
Hey, Garazen,
Hmm.
are you right or left-handed?
Right-handed, why?
Which arm did you tie that to?
Left, because my right has to hold my gun.
Roger that. The gem fills all of the way, begins to pulse, and you recognize what it looks like now, just as it did before you were sucked through into this place. And all of a terrible sudden blackness.
Give me that crap.
After what feels like minutes of blackness, all of your senses slowly begin to re-emerge, and all you can see is this weird pulsating redness. And there's this horrible pain in your head until suddenly your vision comes back, slowly rolling up from the bottom, and you realize that your eyes were pointed backwards in your heads.
Ew.
You look down at yourselves, and your bodies are all twisted up and contorted as though you were trying to turn yourself inside out, but you're still okay if covered in bruises.
Ow.
And then your surroundings begin to make sense to you again. You're all not in a tight group together, but all, within sight of each other in what looks like a red rock chamber.
Does Rasma live in Red Rock?
No. Wambik, your ghost is gone. There you go. The air smells thick with... What is that? It's not... No, that smells sulfurous.
Yeah, I know a smell of sulfur better than anyone. Okay, this is a survival skill, I imagine. Would this be volcanic in nature?
It doesn't look it, but as you look around, you notice that the chamber seems to be, like, sealed-ish and warm, but cooling to the touch. And there doesn't seem to be any immediately obvious ways out of this chamber.
Well, time to figure this burning question.
Arrayed around the ground in this chamber, and the transit gem is sitting at the bottom of it. It's
Huh.
Yeah,
How's my left hand doing?
You look over at your hand, and it's been badly gashed with rope burn all over, and there's no sign of the rope anywhere.
Well, that didn't work. Also, ow.
Okay, the transit stone, does it still have that white line around it? Ticking down?
You stumble over to it and pick it up, and you can just barely make it out at the periphery of the gem. And, well, you had very poor means of keeping track of time in the other in the plane of air, but you think it'll take somewhere between half an hour to 2 hours to reach full charge again.
That was the knowledge planes.
Anyone have any... It stinks of sulfur. Sulfur means poison. Poison means bad news. We either need to move or have some way of surviving poisonous air. Yeah, who's got what?
It's not a problem for me.
You shut up.
I'm going to knock on a wall.
You pick a verticalish piece of wall around the periphery of the chamber at random and knock on it, and it feels like solid stone. And at this point, I shall stop you because we shall pick up next time.
You need to go. Fair
Early
enough.
session. Oh well.
Okay.
And
No
that's when we
worries.
get attacked by 12 fire elementals.
No worries. Next session in Warhammer, stuff's gonna happen, and it's gonna happen a lot. And
just
what
start making my
happens
next
will
character.
determine what kind of campaign it's going to be, actually.
And Koromor
actually-
dies.
Actually, Skullhack, can I talk to you?
Yeah.
No, you can't.
Well, I'm doing it anyway.
Yeah, see? There you go. Now you know me. Yeah, you go ahead. Can always talk to me.
Well,
The
Okay.
proper question is, may I talk to you?
See? He's got it.
You're not a mayor.
I am too. I'm the
Anyway,
mayor of my own town.
Should I stop the recording at this point?
Might as well.
Alright. For the
Bye,
stream,
everyone.
see y'all next week.
Craziness.
Bye, Z's.
Bye, everyone.